This is a review of the LEGO Intercity Passenger Train, which is set number 7740. 7740 was released in 1980 at the start of the 12-volt era, and production stopped at the end of 1984. This large starter train set was the flagship set for the first half of the 12-volt era. While 7730, 7750, and 7760 were phased out in late 1982, 7740 continued to stay on shelves for the duration of the second wave of sets, along with 7727 and 7755. This set is somewhat common now, and is widely recognized as one of the most iconic LEGO train sets of all time by many fans. For this review, I'll first show the set disassembled in its box. I'll review the box, instructions, stickers, resting sticker sheet, and go over some of the parts. After that, I'll cut the video, build the set off camera, and then return to review the completed model, show it running, and explain pricing and my opinion on the set. Let's start with the box. The first part I'd like to explain is the side panel with the language variants. So I'll zoom in so you can see that better. 7740 is, to my knowledge, the only 12-volt train set with 4 different language variants. The first 3 are German, French, and Dutch, English, Italian, and French, and the rare Danish, Swedish, and Finnish one. However, the 4th variant, produced between 1983 and 1984, has English, French, and Dutch languages on its side panel. My best guess as to why LEGO released the new variant is that they wanted it to be consistent with the 7727 and 7755 boxes, which were released in 1983. So as you can see, my version here that I have is the common German, French, and Dutch version. Other than the side panel, the front of the box has standard art showcasing the 7740 plus some images of the alternate model. Like all other 12-volt train sets, the box has a hinged lid which can open up, and you can see the art inside. So on the inside of the box, the inner flap has a lot of pictures of 7740, such as the included lights over here. There are depictions of the train at work, and then there's, like always, the picture of the child building the set and the text that says building instructions in the bottom of the box. The panel on the right shows the contents of the box. So you can see the set includes an engine, a standard passenger wagon, a dining car, and then a station that connects to the track, 10 minifigures, and an oval of track. The bottom of the box is where all the parts are stored in plastic inner trays. I should first mention that the 7740's box, like other boxes released in 1980, should have a transparent plastic tray lid covering the inner trays. However, these lids are quite rare and expensive, and my copy of the set does not include a lid. The image on screen shows a box with a tray lid. In my copy of the set, all of the original inner trays are present. The box has 1 green tray on each side and 2 transparent ones in the middle. Early and later releases of 7740 have differences in their green trays. The image on the screen will help me to explain. Early releases had 4 green trays and later releases had 2. The trays on the left are from an early release. The one with a division in the middle slots into the one with no division, and 2 of these pairs fit into the box, 1 on each side. In the summer of 1980, LEGO switched the trays. The rightmost tray is from a later release, from after the summer of 1980. One of these trays fits into either side of the box. You can distinguish early from late trays with 1 separation by looking at the corners circled in blue. Early trays have triangular corners, while later ones have square corners. Trays with no separation are always from early releases. My copy has the later green trays, so you can see if you look at one of these corners here, these are just a square corner, there's no triangle cut there, so you know that it's a release from after summer 1980. In addition to the tray lid and either 2 or 4 green trays, all copies of 7740 originally came with 2 transparent trays which fit into the center of the box, one with many compartments fitting inside a slightly deeper one with no divisions. That explains the inner tray lore. Now to the actual contents of the set. I've organized all the parts by type, some of which are in plastic bags and some loose. Most of the bags contain the basic parts such as bricks, plates, and slopes. So as an example, this bag right here is a bunch of the light gray slopes. These are the roof slopes for the train, the wagons, and then some of the yellow ones for the engine. The transparent trays where many of the rare parts are housed. You can see the 12-volt inner rails, the wires, the 4.5-volt outer rails, and then the standard train parts such as the bogie plates, buffers, and coupler pieces, and then the wheel blocks. There are also compartments for the minifigures over here, doors, and then the 2 weight bricks. You can see these weights, each of them has the large DB sticker on them. The top has a special bag which contains the rear windows. So if I take that out, you'll be able to see. This set has 10 of the 1x2x2 light gray windows. You can see one of them right here. Those windows are unique to the set. They're between $2 and $3 per window, which does drive the price up of the set a little bit. The middle of the tray has a compartment specifically for the black 12-volt motor. This motor is a Type 2 motor from early 1981, and it's dated 881 on the bottom. So you can see here, hopefully you're able to see the glare is not too bad. right here on the top, it's dated 8/81. You can tell it's a Type 2 motor because it has 3 round plug holes on the front here, if you can see that properly. Yep, so the 3 plug holes here, and then also the plug holes in the back. But although it has 3 plug holes, it has an integrated bogey pin, which is the same plastic as the rest of the motor housing, so you know it's a Type 2 motor. It runs smoothly and strong and is in great external condition. The contacts on the bottom have minimal wear. This motor has a bit of a story behind it, which I won't explain during the review, but I will put a short summary in the description about it. I've covered the upper tray, so if I lift it out, you can see the lower plastic tray, which is slightly deeper and has no divisions. That might be a little bit hard to see on camera, so I'll just lift it up a little bit. You can see that now. It has 3 train base plates, one of which has 6 small 7740 stickers for the engine, right here. And then the 2 ones with no stickers for the 2 passenger carriages, and then the 6x24 train base plate. So underneath that, there's a cutout in the bottom of the box, and that holds the resting sticker sheet and instructions. I'm going to take out the green trays so it's easier to access the instructions and sticker sheet. I'll go over the resting sticker sheet more in depth when I show the entire set of stickers, but you can see that it still has a lot of stickers remaining on it. The instructions are still in nice condition as well. There are no tears or scuffs or anything, and the ink is still bold. So I'll flip through these instructions quickly so you can take a look at the inside. The building process is very quick. You complete the engine in just 12 steps, and then goes through the rest of them. Now all the instructions are pretty slow because you only add a couple pieces at a time. It also builds a B model, which appears to be a kind of crocodile locomotive. And then in the back, there is some tips for cleaning the rails, and then some ideas for tracks. And then in the back is the standard 1980 advertisement. With everything out of the box, you can now see that, like other train sets released in 1980, the core of the box is made from styrofoam. Train sets that started production after 1980, such as the 7725 and 7727, had outer boxes only made of cardboard, which fell apart easily compared to the more solid boxes for 7730, 7740, 7750, and 7760. I like the earlier boxes more. This box is overall in good condition. There's still some damage to the exterior and the inside isn't perfect, but the printing is still bold and it's a solid box. The back of the box has more art of the train and the B model. I like this panel. It's pretty cool that it depicts like a night scene. There's one quick thing that I'd like to cover before I show the completed set on camera, and that is the set of stickers. So here I have all the stickered bricks and assemblies plus the resting sticker sheet. The bricks and assemblies contain a correct and complete set of stickers for the train, which is uncommon. Usually the original owners place some stickers wrong, but the ones I have are correct. One thing that often gets mixed up is the small and large white DB stickers. So if I take a light prism and then one of the assemblies from the first passenger wagon, you can see that the white DB on this wagon is bigger than the one on the light prism. However, it's hard to see like which is the small and which is the big DB stickers in the instructions, so oftentimes people get mixed up and they'll use small ones where they're supposed to be big ones, or vice versa. The small sticker should only be used on the 2 prism holders, and the large one should be used on both passenger wagons, so 2 in the first car and then 2 on the second dining car. So these are the larger stickered assemblies for the dining car. So again, the resting sticker sheet still has a lot of stickers in it. It has almost all of the railway and then the small 7740 stickers, and then it has a bunch of the city stickers remaining and some of the other ones. Again, I bought this separately, so it's not entirely aligned with the stickers that are on the set, but I wanted to get the sticker sheet I want to get the resting sticker sheet because the set that I bought did not come with it. I'm now going to build the set, and the rest of the review will feature the completed model. So I've now built the set and the oval of track that it comes with. The train consists of a locomotive with a 12-volt motor and lights, plus a standard passenger wagon and a dining wagon. The entire train is believed to be modeled after the real-life Trans-Europe Express, specifically the Rheingold train. I'll review each train car in order, starting with the engine. This is believed to be modeled after the Boraihe. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Maybe Boraihe Class 103, and I think it does a pretty good job of showing that. The shape of the locomotive is correct, and the gray windows are a nice addition. There are also 4 opening doors, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. I like the old pantograph design here. They look very industrial. The engine also has lights in the front and back, so the light prisms are installed here, and you'll see those when the train is running. Both the front and the back lights have a light brick behind the prism, so they light up. The 12-volt motor is in the back bogie, so you can see the train rims, and then if I flip it over, you'll be able to see underneath the contacts. These are what picks up power from the track to power the motor. And then the dummy motor here is in the front. There are also 2 roof sections, which can be removed, and then you can see the interior. So the interior has a fake engine in the middle. This does not serve any electrical purposes, it's just for decoration. And it also has a seat in the front and the back. The front one has a driver, and then you can see the cables running along the floor, which power the light bricks. Those are under the blue boards in front of each seat. So I'll put that to the side. And we'll take a look at the first passenger wagon. So this is a very standard passenger wagon with opening doors on each end. And then it has seats inside. On the outside you can see the city stickers, so my copy has the Paris and Roma stickers on it, and then the large DB sticker in the middle. And like the engine, it has 2 removable roof sections. Gotta be careful when taking these off because sometimes the ends kind of explode. And then inside you can see that there are 5 seats for included minifigures. Overall, it's a pretty simple build, but it looks quite nice. I really like the red and yellow color scheme of this train overall. Lastly, we'll look at the dining car. This is a unique wagon with large stickers that say dining car on the outside in German, and it also has the small city stickers like the middle wagon, again, Paris and Roma. The wagon also has a pantograph on the rear roof section. In real life, I think this would be used to power the cooking equipment for the chef. I like the inclusion of the narrow windows here and then the door that isn't entirely on the end because it's interesting to look at and it sets it apart from other wagons. This wagon also has 2 removable roof sections with a slightly different interior. So inside you can see that there are tables in this one instead of the standard front-facing seats like in the first passenger car. And then it also has an area for the chef, so you can see what those doors were not at the complete end of the car because they can open up to, you can see they can give access to the chef's area. And then there's a counter in between and another counter in the back. The back of the wagon, the passenger opening here, it's blocked. You can see on the front of the wagon and then also on the middle wagon. It's open here, so it's blocked because this is supposed to be the wagon that goes in the end of the train, so you don't need a vestibule for minifigures to walk through. Overall, the design of the train is simple, but uses the parts available at the time effectively to have a satisfying look. Besides the 3 train cars, there is an included platform which attaches to the track and that has a couple of seats and a timetable here. Once everything is built and set up, you just need the 7864 transformer and you're ready to go. So I'm going to put the train cars on the track and show it running before wrapping up the video with pricing information and my opinion on the set. This set varies a bit in terms of pricing, with some listings starting out as low as $250 and higher tier listings going for around $500 or more. I haven't yet seen a sealed set of 7740 for sale, but current estimates on Brick Economy put the price at around $1,300. It's a fairly expensive set because it includes many rare parts such as the windows and doors, train base plates, various bogie parts, and a few pieces unique to this set such as the 1x2x2 light gray windows and the 3x3 yellow double convex slopes on the engine here. Additionally, most listings will either not include a box or have a box without or including incomplete inner trays, which is why higher quality listings get expensive. The hardest component to find is, like always, the transparent tray lid. Including shipping, I paid a little over $500 for the set in total. This copy of the set is in very clean condition, and the only component that's missing is the tray lid. This is, again, one of the most iconic LEGO train sets of all time, right up there with the Super Chief and the Metroliner, and for good reason. The entire train has a unique look, and its appearance is overall very nice. I like the variation among the two wagons, and the engine looks great. One advantage of the 7740 over the other large passenger train, 7745, is that there are no wires connecting the wagons, so it doesn't have trouble on points, and you can decouple the wagons from the engine. In fact, I do have plans to do this in Layout 8. The set is easily upgraded by 7815, 7819, or 7820 if you want some more wagons. I would advise installing a second motor in the engine if you plan to do this, since you can burn out the motor by pulling too many wagons. Overall, this set is a very solid starting point for your collection and a good addition to an existing collection. I highly recommend purchasing one of these as soon as you can find a good listing. That concludes my review of the 7740. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot. I'm quite happy to have this set in my collection. I'll be working on Layout 8 next, which will feature the 7740, so make sure to check my channel for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.